So as the train of crises in the world continues, did anybody want a sequel to the celebrity singing Imagine when the coronavirus pandemic started? Well, thank God you've got one. I think Aaron Paul, with his great performance in this video, might have single-handedly ended racism. But here you have a bunch of rich white celebrities making a video talking about the recent protests and how they will do better in tackling racism. Now, I'm going to get into my thoughts about the video after we watch it together. It's cringeworthy. I don't necessarily think these celebrities are bad people for doing it. I just think it's in poor taste, just like the Imagine video.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility for every unchecked moment.
For every time it was easier to ignore than to call it out for what it was.
Every not so funny joke. Every unfair stereotype.
Every blatant injustice, no matter how big or small.
Every time I remained silent.
Every time I explained away police brutality. Or turned a blind eye.
I take responsibility. Black people are being slaughtered in the streets, killed in their own homes. These are our brothers and sisters,
Our friends, our family. We are done watching them die. We are no longer bystanders. We will not be idle. Enough is enough.
I will no longer allow an unchecked moment. I will no longer allow racist, hurtful words, jokes, stereotypes, no matter how big or small, to be uttered in my presence.
I will not turn a blind eye.
And killer cops must be prosecuted. They are murderers. We can turn the tide. It is time to take responsibility. Call out hate. Step up and take action.
Okay, so you've watched the video. You might be thinking, what is so bad about this? Now, inherently, it's not a bad message. It's people using their, I guess, popularity as celebrities to push a good message that they will be more accountable for racism in society. But it's a pretty hollow message. So you have people like Sarah Paulson, you have people like Bryce Dallas Howard, you have people like Kristen Bell, you have people like Stanley Tucci, you have people like Aaron Paul, who's clearly acting, and I think that's the problem, is a lot of these people are acting. Even if they genuinely feel distressed by what's going on at the moment, they've clearly acted on these videos. Because this video is so unnatural, you kind of find it hard to believe that their reaction and emotion is actually natural. Now, this is actually done by the NAACP. So again, this is a black organisation, I guess, suggesting this project to them. But why I think it's in bad taste is because it's a bunch of white celebrities, rich celebrities, and they're making it more about themselves. It's about it's about I. Now, a lot of these people have posted lots of good Twitter and Instagram links. They're using their platform for good. I assume many of them have also donated to various groups to help the protests, to help end police brutality. But again, it's meaningless in terms of it saying, yes, I will do better as an individual, but it doesn't point to the structural problems in America, and I guess you could say it's indicative of racism in the world, in that, you know, Aaron Paul says murderous cops, and he's talking about the specific cops who actually kill black people. He doesn't really talk about the rampant police brutality in America, the awful training, the prejudice that goes unchecked in these police forces. Again, it's not really an overarching message. The same with a lot of them saying, you know, I won't tell a racist joke, I'll call people out, and that is all fine and good. You know, that's a good thing to do, promising you'll be better going forward. But again, quite hollow, quite meaningless, and there isn't much substance to the message. Again, with a lot of Hollywood celebrities, it's quite hollow, it's quite surface level. Like the Imagine song, okay, that's nice, you're trying to create some form of unity during the pandemic. You're trying to talk about being peaceful, whatever, but again, what is the message? There isn't one. It just feels like a lot of these guys are patting themselves on the back. And it seems even more with someone like Kanye West, who loves the spotlight, who loves controversy and the attention, he kind of silently did all this stuff behind the scenes, paid for George Floyd's daughter's college, gave lots of money to the family, and was helping out the community and stuff like that. He's kind of done that under the radar. And one more thing I want to say about a bunch of white celebrities, I know their heart might be in the right place, but I don't think it's the time for white voices as much. You know, I appreciate what people are doing, you know, with the links, with the donations, with telling people to donate. But I feel the time now, especially talking about police brutality, the police in general, and racism, the time is now to listen to black people. So you can make all these promises and stuff, but why can't you just promise yourself you're going to do it? Why do you have to make a video about it? Again, during this time, promote the significant black voices you are hearing talking about these things. You know, Michael B. Jordan, he just was at a protest and he gave a good speech. John Boyega, obviously, last week gave a really good speech. In my opinion, what a lot of these actors should be doing is just using their platform to, you know, lift up these voices and lift up voices you might not traditionally hear. And I think my problem with this specifically is I don't have a problem with these guys taking to their Instagram accounts and personally saying this message in a maybe a more natural way, having a conversation, trying to get their, you know, views out there. But I guess the really dramatic nature of this just rubs me the wrong way. It's not the time for manufactured, fake emotional dramatics when there is genuine emotion and hurt coming out of these communities. Because as disturbed as you may be by what's happening, in the context of this video, I don't believe you. And a lot of these people are quality actors, and they didn't really show it in this video because, like I said before, it is so unnatural. Now, I can't police what celebrities do, but if I was going to say something to these people in the video, I would say, use your platform to maybe highlight the structural problems, you know, the economic system, the police system, the government, rather than I'm going to call out people on a personal level, which, okay, that's good, but it doesn't affect the overall structure that keeps people oppressed, and in this case specifically black people. So I'd appreciate a broader discussion, and I think some celebrities have done it well. Evan Rachel Wood, who is, you know, the co-star of Aaron Paul in Westworld, actually has been posting some really good links, some good places to donate, and I appreciate it. And someone like her, who I particularly like, she's not afraid to upset people, she's not afraid to have a controversial take. Remember what she said about Kobe Bryant when he died. Whether you agree with that or not, she's not afraid to say these things. Whereas people like this, it feels like this is kind of like a shallow message, something that won't upset anyone, and it just rings too hollow. So again, maybe not the most deep and insightful video, I just thought I would cover it, and cover how Aaron Paul is attempting to end racism single-handedly with his very emotional and scripted responses to what's going on right now. 1,200 bucks! Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please leave a like, maybe share the video, and maybe subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on social media, follow me at The Cavernacle on Twitter, that is the big one, but also Facebook and Instagram. Also follow me on Reddit, so that is r/TheCavernacle for my subreddit, and u/TommyCahill1995 for my personal Reddit. Also check out my Patreon, and thanks to all my patrons as usual. Check out my WordPress in the description, and if you made it this far, thank you for watching.